When Starbucks poached Brian Niccol, the CEO of Chipotle, its stock shot up 24.5% on the news. But Chipotle stock tumbled 7.5% that same day. Brian's a great executive, but you know what? Chipotle's not a one-man show. This is a fantastic company with a deep bench. Don't take it from me. Earlier today, we checked in with Scott Boatwright, Chipotle's interim CEO, and Jack Hartung, the president and chief strategy officer. Take a look. Scott, I want to start with a real serious question. How long will the brisket be available?
Jim, it's a fantastic question. We'll have brisket at least through the end of the year, maybe a bit longer, depending on supply, but it's a product we're super excited about that is performing really well in the market today.
All right, well, you may think, if we've got Jack here, may think that that's a facetious question, but what I'm really getting at is that there's no real difficult transition here. This is one of the smoothest, easiest. The stock drops 6.5% when it happens, comes right back. Jack, isn't the secret of Chipotle the kind of horizontal, fabulous nature that you people all have? And there's just there's an ethos that we don't see at even the most winning of teams.
Yeah, Jim, totally true. You know, Chipotle's always had this purpose. Our purpose is to cultivate a better world. And the folks in this organization, and I'm talking about from the top, from Scott to me, to our leadership team, all the way down to the crew. We spent a lot of time in restaurants before we came here today. Right. Everyone believes in this purpose. And when you have the whole organization believing in that purpose, you can create some amazing things. And so we've got a lot of momentum behind us and a lot of opportunity in front of us.
All right, so Scott, tell us a little about yourself, because we haven't seen you on. Obviously, you're a person who's a part of this seamless transition, and we want to get to know you more.
I'd love that, and welcome the opportunity, Jim. Thank you. So I've been with the organization, leading the operations organization for over 7 years now, and have grown the brand from 2,300 restaurants to over 3,500 restaurants today. We have a world-class people organization that has really been driving and executing against our core strategies for the past several years that have served us exceptionally well. What I'm most excited about, Jim, is the future, where we're going. We're still in the early innings of what this brand is going to be, as we're on our path to 7,000 restaurants in North America and through international expansion.
Well, let's talk about that today. Dubai. It sounds terrific. First restaurant opening, and second in that area, but it's franchise partnership.
It is.
That's something that I didn't expect from Chipotle.
It's our first license agreement, and it's with Al Shaya Group, which we're very happy with the partnership. We're in the early phases of that partnership today. We have 2 restaurants open in Kuwait. We open our first location in Dubai tomorrow, actually, in Jumeirah Beach.
Right. Now, that is very exciting, because I've always hoped, and I've said this to you guys for a long time, if it works in the United States all over, it's a natural overseas. But you guys have always been very considered, a little bit slow, Jack, I think. But tell me about the big worldwide expansion plans.
Yeah, so we think we've got big opportunity worldwide, Jim, but we've always been very protective of our brand. One reason why it took us a long time, we've had incoming requests for a franchise opportunity for at least a decade. We've gotten to know the Al Shaya Group for the last 3 or 4 years, and finally came to the conclusion this is a world-class group, and they're doing a great job with our brand. In Europe, we've seeded the restaurants. We opened about 10 years ago or so. We didn't quite get the food dialed in, didn't quite get the supply chain dialed in. There were just little differences all along the way, and what we didn't want to do is build out the brand. This isn't about growing just for growth's sake. We want the brand, the food, the experience to be fantastic before we grow. We're getting very, very close. Anant Davidson, who did a great job in Canada, now oversees Europe. They've made fantastic changes in the last 12 to 18 months, and I do predict that Europe is going to be a growth vehicle for us in the very near future.
That's sensational, because I don't think you're at all about to run out in the United States, but I love Chipotle. Our staff loves Chipotle. Everybody's watching with Chipotle. It seems to be a natural everywhere.
It's doing really well. I'll tell you, Jim, the U.S. business is on fire. We love what's happening up in Canada. We're going to grow Canada somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 35% this year.
Okay.
And that's going to continue to grow in that market over the coming years. But we're really excited about the Europe opportunity. We think under Anat's leadership, we're starting to move the needle, starting to really solve the economic challenge there. And we have a model we like, and we think we can grow that pretty aggressively over the next few years.
Okay, so Jack, you did highly unusual. You have a new CFO today, Adam. It's terrific that was your job. I thought that you were going to leave. Obviously, you're not happy with it, with just having any old transition. You come right back, new position. Are you going to continue with premium ingredients, affordable prices, and attractive margins?
God, I hope so, Jim. I've been talking about those 3 things for the last 20-something years.
Yeah.
And frankly, the fact that you remember it, and more important than that, our team remembers it. And we had our whole management team, our managers across all of our restaurants together back in March. And we talked about how special it is to have those three things, to have premium ingredients, affordable food, and attractive margins so we can keep reinvesting in our business.
That's
and as long as we take care of those three things and run great restaurants, which Scott and his team do a fantastic job, the future is very, very bright for us.
Yeah.
All right, well, Scott, another thing that I love about Chipotle is when I meet with people who work at Chipotle, they're treated with dignity. They are people who look in the eye. They're people who are great spokespeople for Chipotle, but they're also people who often own stock. You have quietly, you don't talk about money, and I respect that, but we are in business, quietly created quite a few millionaires.
We have through the years, Jim. It's pretty impressive what's transpired, especially over the last 7 years that I've been with the organization. You know, we have gone from around 80,000 total employees to just over 120,000 today. And our team members are the absolute backbone of this great organization. Without them, we wouldn't enjoy the success we have today. We continue to lean into what we believe to be the best culture in the business, industry-leading benefits and wages, and development opportunities like no other.
Now, I would be wrong not to mention Brian, because Brian Niccol, we had such a great relation. He's so terrific. He got me to read this Co-Intelligence, because it was a book he talked about and suggested I read it. And this is about, to me, the most AI book I've ever read in terms of businesses learning how to integrate AI. You've done tremendous. And I'm not just talking about machines that are robots that work, but throughout, you've got basically a platform of AI. How's it going?
So it's early days, Jim, but it's going quite well. Here's the thing is we're going to bring technology to make the experience for our crews and the experience for our customers better. The thing we're not going to do is remove that personalization. There's still going to be that eye-to-eye contact. We're still going to serve you along the line so you get exactly what you want as a customer. But there are things behind the scenes, like way before our restaurants ever open, that are complicated tasks or time-consuming tasks. And if we could make those simpler for our crew, they're going to have a better experience. They're going to be happier by the time we open up the doors and customers come in, and the customers are going to have great experience as well. Now, a lot of this technology doesn't exist. It's not off the shelf. But that's okay. We're taking the long game here. Right. We're going to work with some outside partners and custom develop some of this innovation so that the entire experience for our crew is going to be better. And it includes things like avocado, which will cut core and peel the avocado. That device doesn't exist. We're creating it. Hyphen, which will make the bowl on our digital make line automatically so that our crew can spend time doing other things, including servicing the customers. So we're very excited, but it's early days. But we think that technology and AI in particular can be a big unlock for us.
Now, Scott, I mean, we've got things like dual grill mentioned, and I point these things out because throughput matters. We know that there are places that fail because the throughput's bad. You just kind of seem like you're just not content with just being a great restaurant. You are a great restaurant that gets people through and happy. And by the way, that's also Chipotle, and this has been a hallmark of yours.
I think the value proposition at Chipotle is grounded in high-quality, great ingredients served in abundance at a speed at which you can't get anywhere else at an affordable price point. And so when you bundle all those things together, you really create this incredible guest experience that drives customers back into our restaurants. Speed is important to our business. Our customers are very busy people. They're on the go with families, their jobs, and what have you, Jim. And so it's always been our imperative to move them through the process as quickly as possible. Leveraging automation allows us to deliver that experience even more efficiently and more fluidly. And again, to Jack's point, remove those mundane tasks that are so repetitive that team members just don't enjoy doing at all. And so we think we have a great plan for the future and how we execute it.
Excellent. Now, Jack, on that last call, you did talk about how you finally may have hit a point of resistance in California, at least. You can't just keep raising price. How do you feel about the consumer right now and how much they can absorb? And let's throw in the fact that, I don't know about you guys, but my lunch, it's just too big. I'm having it as lunch and dinner. I feel it's a bargain, but I also am sense of the idea that there's a lot of people around the country who need a bargain.
So, Jim, we watch it really close throughout the country, and we continue to have really strong value scores. We get high scores for the amount of food for the money, the quality of food for the money. Frankly, our read on California is less about resistance to our price increase, and it's more of a macro impact. Because when you look at the restaurant industry, the restaurant transactions are down for everybody, and that it really doesn't matter whether you took a small increase, as some companies did, and a very large increase, as some companies did. We took an increase about in the middle, and pretty much across the board, there was a pullback from the consumer. So I think it's more of a macro resistance to inflation in general in California. But we watch that stuff very closely because it's the three things: It's, one of the three things is affordable. We're not going to give up on affordable because we don't want just some people to enjoy Chipotle. We want everyone to enjoy Chipotle.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank both of you. It's an honor to have you. Scott, this is a great chance to be able to talk. Jack, I'm so thrilled you stayed on. Even if maybe I think you might have wanted to do some other things, but you're here.
We need this guy, Jim.
Oh, we all do. All of your customers need him. That's Scott Boatwright. He's Chipotle's interim CEO. Jack Hartung is President and Chief Strategy Officer. It is nothing but pure joy to have you on Mad Money. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate the time.
Coming up, give your investments a little kick? Cramer spices it up with a stock that brings the flavor. Next. Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.